Alright, it's afternoon, November 22nd. Nathan and I are settled in here at the river farm. Got a really calm evening. Just a few little gusts here and there, but not much wind at all. It's dead quiet out here. We decided to make a run at Marino tonight for really no reason other than I know I have to be here to kill him. I don't really have any intel on him. I know he has been shot. He was shot recently, but not recovered. And so I'm hoping he is in here and still alive and doing fine. It's been that kind of year. Just to give a little bit of update where we're at, we're trying to find some new target bucks now. Haven't talked about it much, but pretty much the top of the hit list is all dead already, between getting killed by guys moving in on the property lines to getting hit by cars, being shot and not recovered. It's been a pretty unprecedented year for pressure around the areas I hunt. And so that's made a challenge. You know, you kind of work all off season long preparing or thinking ahead of hunting certain deer, and all those deer are pretty much gone. So now we're focusing on new areas, except for obviously here with Marino, but everywhere else focusing on new areas, trying to both find the deer, pattern the deer, and learn how to hunt the general area. So we've got our backs up against the wall here. We've got a couple weeks before shotgun season to try to get it done. We got really good conditions tonight, temperature wise. It's going to warm up the next couple of days, but right now it's stayed cool all day long. And you would think it's about that time where these deer are going to start hitting the food. So we're sitting over some brassicas tonight, can see some beans. There is a nice looking 6x6 in here. It looks to be mature. I'd like to see him in person because I believe he might be a shooter as well. So that gives us another option. Also got Ethan with his bow in the tree, and there's a couple bucks we've been encountering in here too that are mature and will be candidates to get narrowed tonight. I'm anxious to see how the deer move tonight. This property, it's just been weird this year. Normally there's a lot of deer here, and I don't know if it's the increased amount of pressure. There's been multiple deer shot on either side of the farm and killed. A lot of people hunting, but there's something different. It just seems like this farm has not been as active as it has been years past. So I'm anxious to see, now that we have good conditions, what happens, or if we just need to wait until even more pressure during gun season pushes more deer in here. I'm not real sure. Either way, we got a couple hours till sunset and gonna settle in and hope for a good evening. Yeah, that foxtail is rough. Yeah. Do you see him? You see him with the binos?
Yeah, I can see him walking in the gate.
About 15 minutes left here, and the deer are actually moving pretty good right now. Unfortunately, they're all really far away, mostly feeding in the beans. There hasn't been anything come in feeding these turnips. So this cold weather has them in the beans, and unfortunately our beans are taken over by the foxtail and ragweed and some tall vegetation. Makes it really hard to see in. There's a bunch of deer out there, but all I can see is just occasional glimpses of bodies. We did see that Stubbs buck. He was one of the first deer out. Man, it's crazy. I wish I could get a pattern on one of these other big deer like I have on that buck. I was hoping he's gonna come in here and Ethan would get a second chance at him, but he must have kept going down through the beans because we never saw him again. I'm sure the camera doesn't do it justice just because they're so hard to see, but it was good to see a good number of deer tonight. Tonight showed me the deer definitely moving back towards food, which is what you'd expect this time. So hopefully these bucks also move to food, if for nothing else, to find some of these last available does.